everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today in another video. Today I have a list of 10 amazing super extreme freshies for those days that are blazing hot. So if you want to see the freshiest scents that I have in my collection, stay tuned. But if this is your first time here, hi, welcome. My name is Moraima. In this channel I share some of my passions such as fragrance, self-care, and decor. So if you like everything that smells good, I think you're gonna love it over here. So please consider subscribing and joining the family. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining me in another video. You guys are just the best. Mwah. Big kiss. Okay, I want to make sure that this video is not 10 years long. As you know, I can talk forever. So a lot of these fragrances, I've shared them in different videos. So I'm not going to dive too deep into what I think of them. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea of why I believe these are great for extreme high heat days. And obviously I'm going to give you the notes and we'll just go over the whole thing. The very first one I want to talk about is Chanel No. 5 L'Eau. This particular fragrance is super fresh, is the ideal freshie that you would want to have if you work in an office, if you have a day job where you work with customer service or in retail or anywhere where you're not allowed to wear a really loud perfume. I think this fragrance is very, very beautiful. It gives you the best of both worlds, the freshiness of a freshie and a beautiful floral scent of an actual floral perfume. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have citrus, aldehyde, fresh, woody, yellow floral, sweet, powdery, and white floral. And for the notes, on the top notes, we start with aldehyde, lemon, neroli, mandarin orange, orange, bergamot, and lime. So very, very citrusy. Middle notes, ylang-ylang, jasmine, and May rose. And on the base notes, white musk, orris root, cedar, and vanilla. I think it's a super well-rounded fragrance. And I have tried it in extreme heat and I think it does really, really well. It doesn't overpower. It wears well on 30 plus or 90s plus degrees, depending if you're Fahrenheit or Celsius. Once again, this is Chanel No. 5 L'Eau. The next one is a super loved one in the community and it could not be out of this list because obviously it performs amazing in high heat. And I'm talking about L'Impératrice by Dolce Gabbana. What can I say? Fruit bowl, aquatic, watery. This makes me think of these fruit infused water. That's exactly how this smells. And the feeling that I get is exactly that, as if I have a water infused pretty much jug following me around. It's just incredible. Very sweet, but because it's extremely aquatic and watery, it doesn't get too heavy. So if you have any activities that are very, very casual and is extremely hot and you want to have something that is pretty, but at the same time that is going to be refreshing, Dolce Gabbana L'Impératrice definitely is a really good contender. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have fruity, ozonic, aquatic, green, sweet, fresh, tropical, aromatic, and musky. And for the notes, on the top notes, we're starting with kiwi, rhubarb, and pink pepper. On the middle notes, we have watermelon, cyclamen, jasmine, and on the base notes we have lemon tree, musk, and sandalwood. I mean, between the lemon tree, the watermelon, and the kiwi, it should tell you exactly what this smells like. I mean, it's just watery. This is a fragrance that I was so relentless to get. Everybody talks about it. I've seen it in 1,000 videos and I was like, why do I need it? It doesn't seem like it's a big deal until I smelled it. I was at Sephora not long ago and I was like, you know what? I've never smelled it. Let me see what it's all about. And now you know what happened. It's here because obviously I love it. So definitely if you're looking for something aquatic, casual, but at the same time that has a little, sweetness to it, then L'Impératrice No. 3 is a good one to have in your collection. The next one that I want to share with you is one that just by the scent alone, you're gonna know how much I love this scent. This is my gym scent. This is my I'm going to the groceries because I forgot something and I needed scent. This is my I'm just going to go for a run scent. This is my I need to go for a hike scent. This is my summer splash of choice, and it's becoming harder and harder to find, but I believe the Fragrance Net still sells it, and this is by the company Clean. I mean, I don't know if you can see the dent. I mean, I have this much left. This is all I have. It's like everything is used, this whole thing. I mean, the name says it all. Summer Splash, Warm Cotton Breeze by Clean. It's clean, it's summery, is summer splash, is all of it. I love, 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 love. Obviously, this has not the best longevity or projection. It's something that you need to reapply. It is a body splash, but it smells really, really great. I love it. I love the color of the bottle. Real quick, I just want to share the notes with you. On the main accords is citrus, fresh, floral, aldehyde, green, white floral, fresh, spicy, musky, woody, and amber. And then for the notes, it starts with aldehyde, mandarin orange, orange, bergamot. And on the middle notes, it has lily of the valley, pear blossom, and hyacinth. I think that's how we pronounce it. And on the base notes, musk, amber, and white wood. I love it. I love it. If you want a no-brainer that is easy and you don't want to waste your expensive perfumes and you want to have something fun, this is definitely a super safe bet. Once again, this is Summer Splash Warm Cotton Breeze by the House of Clean. Up next is another super simple, easy grab, extremely affordable fragrance that you can add to your collection if you want to have something fresh, easy to wear during the hot, blazing summer days, and that's CK Into You by Calvin Klein. I mean, this bottle says it all. The fact that it has this plasticky little top. It says it's very sporty, it's very easy, it's very breezy. Let's just spray it. And I love the mister. I mean, the mister is not bad at all. This is citrusy, aromatic, fresh. It has a touch of sweetness. It definitely makes you feel clean and makes you feel super fresh for as long as possible in those hot summer days. And what I love the most is the price. And I believe you can find this super affordable. This is 100 ml and you can find it for like $15 either at online discounters or TJ Maxx or Winners, or depending which country you're on, like Ross, Marshall. Definitely a no-brainer, definitely a good one. Projection, longevity, not the greatest. Obviously this behaves, although is in eau de toilette. Is it eau de toilette? Yes, I believe it's an eau de toilette. It performs like a body splash. It doesn't have the greatest longevity, but it's the type of fragrance or bottle that you throw in your gym bag or in your summer day bag and you reapply throughout the day. Obviously, we have to take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have citrus, aromatic, fresh, spicy, vanilla, green, powdery, woody, amber, and floral. For the notes, we're starting with pink, grapefruit, Sicilian bergamot, red currant leaf. On the middle notes, we have cactus and orchid. On the base notes, we have vanilla, red cedar, and amber. Another really, really good freshie that it's definitely going to be ideal for those high, super hot summer days. So whichever note appealed to you the most, you're going to be able to make a decision on which one you're going to have. Or if you already have any of these, let me know in the comments below. How do they perform for you in heat, super high, hot summer days? Do they work well? Do they make you feel refreshed? Or is it just me? Is it just I'm the only one? Because obviously we all interpret fragrances differently. So far, these are the best freshies I have in my collection, and they work really, really well in super hot summer days. Yeah, definitely a no-brainer. Once again, CK Into You by Calvin Klein. Another great fragrance that I love, love, love for the summertime is back to the House of Clean, and this is Radiant Nectar. This is a floral woody musk that is super, super fresh. And I really enjoy the composition of this fragrance. It's musky, it's aquatic, it has a touch of woody, it's very, very fresh, but it has a sweetness to it, and it's a very comforting type of sweetness. This is a fragrance that I personally wear more when I have a casual occasion to go to. Brunch, going out shopping, going out to eat, afternoon or the evening time, when I don't need to be extremely dressy, but it's not something either that I would wear for the gym because I think it's a little bit too, not because it's not good enough, but because it's expensive. And if I'm going to the gym to work out and sweat, then I'd rather wear something that's a little bit more inexpensive, like the CK Into You or the other clean that I shared with you, or even the L'Imperatrice, because you can find it at a really good price. But these are a little bit more expensive, so obviously it's not something that I would want to wear for that. But if I have somewhere to go where it's extremely casual, any outdoors activities that is super, super hot outside, I think this is a good choice. On the main accords, we have musky, fruity, powdery, sweet, amber, lactonic, amber, aquatic, woody, floral, and fresh. And for the notes, on the top notes, we start with pear, amberette. On the middle notes, tobacco blossom, orris, carrot seeds, and on the base notes, we have musk, ambroxan, and white cedar extract. I think it's a pretty one. I think it's a great choice, and if you want something that is pretty, that is different, that is not commonly used by a lot of people, then definitely this one could be a good choice. I know that a lot of you have either smelled it or have it. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know how you feel about it. The longevity is good. The projection is moderate. So I would say 1 or 2 feet, you know, people can smell you, but longevity, it does last on your skin, and especially on clothing. If you spray it on your clothing, it lasts for quite some time. I would say about 6 to 8 hours it has lasted on me. So this is a really good one to me. Clean Radiant Nectar. On the same realm of Clean Radiant Nectar, we have the next one, which is Bubble Bath by Maison Margiela, or Replica by Maison Margiela. This is another take of that type of fresh. This takes it into a different direction. This is more in the coconut, soapy, out of the shower type situation. If you want something that is fresh but less fruity and more creamy, then this is a good option. I really, really enjoy this fragrance. I think that you just spray it on me. It definitely smells soapy, powdery, and the coconut just blooms And because of the soapy quality, it's gonna make you feel more like I just stepped out of the shower for a longer period of time, rather than these sweet candy gourmand notes that are going to be cooking in the high heat, making them even more cloying and more heavy and sweet and syrupy. This is completely different than that. So let's see what the notes are all about. It has soapy, coconut, musky, sweet, lavender, powdery, and lactonic. And on the notes, we're starting with soap and bergamot. On the middle notes, lavender, jasmine, and rose. And on the base notes, coconut, white musk, and patchouli. Yeah, definitely a really good, creamy coconut, but light. Very aquatic. I mean, the color of the bottle, I don't know if you can see, maybe if I put it over here, that light baby blue is just exactly what it feels like. It's a very light and freshy. And I think it'll do really well on high heat weather. This is, once again, Bubble Bath by Replica. The next one, although it technically has been discontinued, you can still find it on the website and you can still find it in a lot of the discounters. And this is Alien Eau Extraordinaire. This is a beautiful tea fragrance that is amazing for extreme weather. I'm talking 100 degrees or like 35 degrees, depending if you're Celsius or Fahrenheit. It's really, really good. It performs amazing and it makes you feel better as the hours go on. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. It is just so fresh and I adore this fragrance. And although it's an alien, it has nothing to do with the alien DNA. I don't smell any alien in here. I think this is its own fragrance. It didn't have to be a flanker of alien because absolutely no alien DNA. But it's really, really beautiful. It's super fresh. It's definitely super high heat appropriate. Little side note, I find it really funny that the Alien Eau Extraordinaire bottle is very, very similar to the one that is coming up, which I believe is Alien Goddess. Very, very similar in the bottle. I really wonder how they compare because the bottles are very similar. The juice color is very, very similar. So I hope that they're very, very different. Unfortunately, it's not out yet, but as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna try my best to be able to bring it to you guys and do a comparison and a review. But back to this is extremely fun. This is very, very fresh and it's something that definitely is going to elevate your mood in those hot, hot sunny days. For the composition on the main accords, we have citrus, white floral, fresh, spicy, powdery, woody, green, amber, sweet, aromatic, and fresh. And for the notes, it's a beautiful composition. On the top notes, we're starting with bergamot, tea, Tunisian neroli, lemon, lime, and orange. So very citrusy and tea-like at the top. Then on the middle, we're talking tiara flower, orange blossom, heliotrope, pepper, and ylang-ylang. I don't smell any ylang-ylang for some reason, me personally, or the tiara flower. And on the base notes, we got white amber, cashmeran, vanilla, sandalwood, and white musk. I don't get the ylang-ylang and I don't get the tiara flower because that would be misleading. It could potentially make you feel like this is a very tropical, you know, kind of like terracotta le parfum type of fragrance, and it's not that at all. The tea ingredients and the large amount of citrus that is at the top, it definitely keeps it in the fresh realm. And I really, really like it. This is definitely one of my favorites I mean, everything I'm showing you today is my favorite for the summer days. It really depends how I feel. As I told you in the past, to me, fragrances have color and they have like a vibe. This is going to be a different vibe than Clean Radiant Nectar or different vibe the Chanel No. 5 Low. It's just a different vibe, but I want to have the options of having something clean, airy, and watery and aquatic and beautiful for those hot summer days. At the same time, keeping that airiness and that lightness that these fragrances offer. But this is definitely one of them. So once again, this is Alien Eau Extraordinaire. Staying within the realm of tea-like fragrances, the next one is another one that has done really, really well for me on super hot days, but also going to bed at night when it's super, super hot and I just want to feel fresh and I want something that is going to relax me and help me go to sleep. And that is Elizabeth Arden White Tea. This is another one that has quite a dent. I'm over here. I'm dreading it. I don't want it to end. Fortunately, this is a good, affordable fragrance. But this is another one that is really, really awesome. It's so extremely light. It pairs well with almost anything you're gonna wear. Obviously, it's not the type of fragrance that is gonna be good or that is gonna work for a very upscale type of event. But pretty much anywhere you go, you want something extremely light, sometimes almost undetectable, only a fragrance for you. Then this one is definitely a good one. Let's give it a little bit of a spray. I mean, I don't need to remind myself because I use this fragrance almost every day. This is almost like the baby sister of Alien Eau Extraordinaire. Very close. Super fresh, green, marine, aquatic, very tea-like. I mean, the name says it, white tea. It's just beautiful. It's a super easygoing fragrance. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have aromatic, green, iris, marine, woody, fresh, spicy, powdery, fresh, citrus, and earthy. For the notes, on the top notes is starting with C notes, fern, mandarin orange, clary sage. Middle notes, white tea, white iris, and mate. And on the base notes, it has ambrette, exotic woods, tonka bean, and amber. So it's a woody floral musk that is super easygoing, easy to wear. Those days that you don't want anything on you, but at the same time you almost feel like you want to have something, but it's that dilemma of, do I put something on or do I not? Then this is really good. And like I said, I wear this often to bed, almost every night, and the summer nights for sure, because I want to have something that is going to be very fresh and very airy, and it's really going to help me fall asleep. This is so soothing to me. And it's super affordable, so definitely it won't break the bank. Once again, that's White Tea by Elizabeth Arden. Only 2 more to go. So the next one is another Alien that I want to bring to the table, and this one is Alien Mirage. So this is a limited edition. It's still available on the website, so you can still have access to it, but it's definitely a limited edition, so maybe hurry up if you are interested in something like this. This is another very aquatic. I mean, I think the color of these juices, it's so well thought out, because when I look at this juice and when I look at the color, to me it makes me think of those summer days when it's rainy. You know, those days when it's raining and it's hot and it's humid and you want to have something that is refreshing, but it has to go with the vibe. This is what this makes me feel. So on those rainy summer days, this is the one I usually go for. But you don't have to wear it only on rainy days. But to me, it gives me the vibes. I don't know if it's like the color of the bottle in the juice that makes me feel that way, but it's a really good one. This is so different. This is another very aquatic, marine type of fragrance. Like, to me, if water had a smell, like actual water from the sea, then this would be what this smelled like, but in a very good way, like in a perfumey way, not in what actual sea water smells like. Like in an actual perfume way, this would be what I would like the sea to smell like. It's really nice, but it's very different from anything that I have. Let's take a look at the notes and maybe it'll be easier to understand. On the main accords, we have mineral, white floral, woody, floral, aromatic, sweet, amber, aquatic, fresh spicy, and soft spicy. For the top notes, it starts with mineral notes. Now, what is that supposed to smell like? It's hard, and that's why I feel like it smells like the sea. It's like I'm smelling minerals, you know, the minerals that are in the water. I'm sure it's a synthetic note, but it smells mineral. I can smell it. It's a pretty way of smelling minerals. Like, don't get discouraged for that. It definitely smells really good. So we said top notes, mineral notes, pink pepper. On the middle notes, we have syringa, I think that's how you say it, and lotus. Lotus is a very aquatic flower. And on the base notes, we have hinoki wood. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. If you can correct me on the comments, let me know. And white amber. It's really nice. It's a different take on a freshie. It's not citrusy. It's just bright and watery and just mineral. It's hard to explain, but it does smell mineral. But I think the pink pepper and the lotus makes it very pretty. This is a little bit more perfumey so far than the rest, but it's still very aquatic, very watery. I mean, the packaging and the juice tells you that it's going to be a very aquatic-like type fragrance. I see this fragrance going like for a late lunch on a cloudy day. Me and the clouds, huh? It doesn't matter the weather, but if it's humid and hot, it's not going to overpower you, and it's going to make you feel clean, and it's going to be a really pretty scent to have. Anything that would be between like 1 o'clock noon and like 8 o'clock at night, like somewhere around that time frame, that would be the time that I would wear something like this. And it's very beautiful. If you have a Mugler counter nearby, try to see if you can pass by and smell it if you haven't smelled it. But to me, this is a beautiful option to have something that is clean, aquatic, a little perfumey, and different at the same time. Once again, this is Alien Mirage. And last but not least, this is like my fancy aquatic fragrance for when it's really hot. I have an event to go to outdoors and it's very hot, and I want to dress pretty in white, something really nice. It's a little bit more upscale, but I want to have something that is not going to make me feel sick, because I know it's going to be so hot that I don't want my fragrance to actually alter my mood. And I want something that is upscale, but at the same time is very inviting and very fresh, Creed Virgin Island Water is my choice. So this would be what I would wear for something a lot more elevated. It's tropical, it's coconutty, but at the same time it's very watery and it doesn't overpower you with the heat. And another thing to remember is that none of these fragrances that I shared with you today get altered, or the scent profile gets altered by extreme high heats. At least not in my personal experience, they have not. So I am very confident that they're going to also work well for you. But back to Creed Virgin Island Water, this is a party in a bottle. If you haven't seen my review where I went over the coconuts, again, I'm gonna link it in the comments below. I have already linked it in the cards. You should check it out because definitely this is a really, really fun fragrance. But obviously the House of Creed is an upscale niche house and definitely is going to make you feel a little bit more upscale and elevated if you have an event like that to attend. But at the same time, you want something that fits the par. Like I said, this is a party in a bottle. It has rum, it's like tonic, it's coconutty, it's like a mojito, but you don't smell like a bottle of alcohol. Like you smell actually good. It's super, super well blended. And one thing that I learned with this house is that this is one of the oldest perfumers house in the market today. Even on the bottle, it says it has been in business since 1760. That is a couple of centuries. That's a long, long time to be in business. So I would say they have a little bit of experience. What do you say? It's a beautiful fragrance. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have citrus, sweet, coconut, vanilla, like tonic, rum, fresh, spicy, tropical, and woody. And for the notes, we have starting with coconut, lime, white bergamot, and Sicilian mandarin. Middle notes, ginger, ylang-ylang, Indian jasmine, and hibiscus. And for the base notes, we have white rum, sugar cane, and musk. This is great projection, great sillage, and really, really good longevity. Obviously, you couldn't expect less from the House of Creed. But at the same time, remember, all freshies or anything that is more of a fresh citrus-based type of perfume is not going to have the beast projection of, for example, a Lancôme Oud Bouquet or a Montal perfume. Those particular fragrances are definitely for different type of weather. And one of the reasons why you actually don't get sick with these type of freshies is because they don't have that constant projection that are bombarding your nose and your scent bubble in a way that is just making you sick. But at the same time, they're beautiful, they're fresh, and they make you feel put together, they elevate your mood, and they make you feel happy. So for my upscale events, especially if they're outdoors, this is going to be the one that I usually pull. This is the one that I like the most. And once again, this is Virgin Island Water by the House of Creed. And that was my list of recommendations for the best freshies for extreme high heat summer days, blazing hot. These are the fragrances that actually get me through the summer on those extremely hot days. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you found something that is useful to you, or that if you already were curious of any of these fragrances, you got a little bit more information so that you can make a more informed decision on whether getting them or not. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't joined the family, please consider doing so. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when the next video is up. Until the next time, I send you a huge virtual hug, many kisses, and I see you in the next video.